for Portadown, number 4, Adam McCullough. Thank you to our match doctor today, that's the HDS group, the doctor, and our sponsor, Don McKenna. Winning ticket in today's half-time drill, 6207. Welders, number 8, sorry. What's that? Who goes? The ball of the mark, sponsored by Don McKenna, is Kevin Rilla.
Congratulations on getting named the new manager of the Shamrock Welders. You've been here now just over a week. Can I ask you how you're settling in first of all?
Yeah, it's been a good opportunity for myself and George. Obviously this first week's been a wee bit chaotic. It's just all about meeting the boys and preparing for today's game, obviously. But first of all, it's been a great honour for us to have this opportunity. We spent 3 years at Lisburn Distillery, which I'll like to say on record is a great club to work for. Yep. But obviously now we're stepping up into the next league. There's a lot of work to be done, but all we could do there for this week was just to get in, meet the boys and look forward to today's game and Portadown.
Was it a bigger challenge that drawn you to the job itself, being obviously at the White Spade in the Premier League? Was it a bigger opportunity that you see for yourself to go ahead and come on to the Welders?
Yeah, certainly. I think anybody who was interested in the job would see it as a massive club. All you can hear from people in the Irish League is how big of a club and how well organised and how professional Shamrock Welders are. It's definitely a test for us to step up into this league. I believe myself and George, with the backing of Jason and Paul, have a great opportunity to bring the good times back to the Welders.
Obviously the future is bright for the Welders, and the new stadium coming up next year as well. Is that one of the key things as well, which is drawing you to obviously coming here as well for another big challenge for the new stadium and all ahead too?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that whole project is absolutely exciting, not just for the Welders but for the whole East Belfast community. There's so much possibilities there. I'll be working very closely with the club to try and make sure we get the right infrastructure off the park, but the new stadium's going to be excellent. It's 3G, getting the opportunity of being at home on the 3Gs is very exciting.
And obviously your first game in charge today, bit of a big challenge to start with today, coming here to Shamrock Park. Very tough game today, coming with a 3-1 defeat, but I mean the boys did do very well. They worked their socks off in the first game. Can I get your thoughts on the game today?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I spoke to the boys before the game and said that they're a bit of a victim of their own success. They qualified for the top 6, so every game they've played in the past few weeks and the ones we have in the next 2 weeks are massive tasks. Sometimes the boys, obviously, with not knowing what was going to happen, who was coming in, their minds may not have been 100% focused. But looking on the day's game, it was a Gale Force win the first half. We go in 2-0 down, which we were very disappointed in, especially with the second goal. But we gave it a go in the second half. We got back in it with a superb from Matthew Ferguson, and then just for 5 or 10 minutes, look as if we could dig a result out. And then the third goal, obviously, it's right on 80 minutes, and that's the one that kills us off. But
now only 2 games to go. Lauren next week, and then obviously the big one, the Duns, to finish the season off. Can I ask you what your plans for the future are for obviously the team moving forward? Will there be big changes in the squad for next season moving on, or what exactly is your plans for the minute?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to say at the minute. Obviously, any management team coming in will have their own ideas. I think we come in at the right time. We've got 3 or 4 weeks there to have a look at the boys and to have a chat with the boys and to see, yes, certainly we'll have our own ideas. Certainly there needs to be changes. But for us now, it's about giving the guys here at the club, who are very talented footballers. I think everybody will agree with that. What's happened over the last few months hasn't been a good place for them. But we'll not be jumping into anything too quick. We'll certainly be doing our homework. We'll certainly be working hard off the pitch as well to make sure that a good pre-season will mean that it'll be a good future and a good season next season for H&W Welders.
So I take it obviously you'll be looking to make a few changes throughout the summer to try and sort of strengthen the squad.
I think every manager, no matter what, is always looking to bring in fresh blood, right? It's not just because of what's happened here over the past few months, and the boys will know that. I mean, they'll all be sort of have enough in their head to know that they're will be looking to bring people in. But I think now for these few weeks, it's just about letting the boys see what we're about. It's about us seeing what they're about, and then it's about whether the two sides can agree for next year. But definitely, it's an exciting time. We'll be doing everything we can in pre-season to get the right squad of players in the right frame of mind and the right fitness levels to go and compete for this league next year.
Well, from everybody at Welders TV and obviously everybody at the club, wish you all the best and here's some more success in the future for the club.
Yeah, 100%. It's exciting times ahead. One thing's for sure, myself and George will be working very close together and to making sure that we do the right job.